Hi, welcome to the 1 Liter Podcast. Welcome to the 1 Liter. Welcome back to another episode full of weird and really insightful questions about the individuals on this show. We're back with Eli, Adam, and we have a newcomer. We've got Foz. Big things coming from Foz, I will just say.
Thanks for having me.
Huge shoes to fill. Huge Crocs to fill. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
You didn't wear your Crocs.
No,
so
I didn't get any advice on preparing.
Sounds like Eli.
I asked a couple of times what to expect, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, Foster. You'll just do it live." So
the fact that you wore a normal outfit already means you do not know what you're filling in for.
I've got to be somewhere after this.
Oh, okay.
So one of my friends is doing a podcast, so
yeah, probably has actual fans.
Hey,
we have fans.
We have fans, and that is going to be the transition we needed. So before we get into any of the questions, I think we're going to start with this fan letter. So let me just bring it up here. Hold on. So, hey guys, my name's Ua. It's UA is the whole name. Big fan of the show, especially Eli. Blah, blah, blah. It's really going on about me. Delts. Oh, my God. Okay. This is the real point. I accidentally bought a Range Rover Evoke. Am I now gay? Thoughts?
You are now I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but you are now a transgender mother
I was
going to
say trans soccer mum.
Yeah, transgender mother of 3, and they all play soccer.
He mentions as well, it's a copper Range Rover Evoke. This is a man that bought this car. Any thoughts?
Is that an orange? Is that
Yeah.
I can't even picture a copper
is that
one.
a stock color?
I think he might have paid extra for a copper Range Rover Evoke.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right. The fact
I think
that you
he
paid
certainly-
extra is the concern.
He's certainly on the right track with his question.
I think we gotta monitor these fans better. I don't know how this guy got through. This is
I'll put a block on the YouTube.
I think
channel.
we've got to Range Rover Evoke. My goodness.
Evoke.
All right,
I'm pulling up the copper.
it's not going to look good. This.
Oh my God!
I know. Yeah.
Is it a hybrid?
I don't know. That's as bad
That's all
as
we
it
need.
gets.
That okay.
I don't know what we got to say to her. I don't know if we've got any advice or it's just terminal.
I think just next letter.
Just give it up.
How much
Sell,
is it?
sell.
My question is, how much is it insured for?
Oh, jeez.
Just dump it in the water.
That is a liability, not an asset. That's awful. All right, so we've all written our own questions. Do we want to start? I've got a couple of blind ranking ones here. Do you want to start with them just to warm us in, and then we'll go to someone else's question?
Yeah, let's do blind rankings.
But let's do So I'll ask the blind ranking, but you guys got to come to a consensus as a team here.
Oh, okay.
Fair? Because last
Yeah.
time we were sort of
Okay.
doing it. Yeah. All right. So first one I've got is jobs you'd hate for your girlfriend's ex to have. Right? So number 1, you'd absolutely hate it. Number 5, it wouldn't bother you that much. Right? They're all pretty bad. I'm not trying to stitch anyone up here. Like one's not going to be a great option. First one, unsuccessful rapper. Like SoundCloud level rapper.
Unsuccessful.
That's her actual ex-boyfriend. That was his job.
I actually wouldn't hate that because
Yeah.
at least he's unsuccessful.
So we're ranking them. Number 1 is the one we hate the most.
One is hate the most.
I'm putting that at 5.
Yeah, I think.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's bad. I just laugh at that.
Yeah.
5 strong. Nice.
5 is
5 it
where it
is.
should be.
All right. Number 2, pro athlete.
Pro. How pro?
Professional. That's his job.
That's what he made his money with.
Yep.
And what?
Yep.
What
What
sport?
athlete? Yeah.
Yeah. What field?
I'll say AFL.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not too threatened.
Really?
Really?
I
That's
don't
a
know.
good-looking man's sport.
It is a good-looking man's sport.
It's a lot of tall white guys.
He's also probably touching his teammates in the locker rooms.
That's what every unathletic person says about athletic
I'm
people.
pretty unathletic.
Fucking nerd.
I think that's up there. I
No,
think that's
you're
like
right.
one
I
of
would
your-
say
I was just
2.
being mean to AFL players.
because they've got the strength, but they've also got the cardio. Like
Mm.
They do. They're good-looking
they're
people.
all rounders.
I'm going to say 2.
2.
Yeah. Leave
Let's
the
leave
one
number
open.
one.
So
Yeah.
we got the 2 and the
Yeah.
5.
He wouldn't give us the number one.
No,
Stop
he's
that
better than he's
soon.
better than that.
Yeah.
This is going to be a theme of this podcast, by the way. He does know me better than I know myself. Third option, porn star.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm saying one there. Like,
Successful or unsuccessful?
It's a good question.
what do
don't
I have
it down
to
here.
type in to find him?
That's the prompt. We don't know how good he is. I don't know.
And it's male, though, as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair question.
See, maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 I'm
I think
happy with. I
3.
still
We're
want to leave the one
leaving
open.
the one
Yeah.
open. Okay.
Yeah.
It's still troubling that my girlfriend would date a porn star, but anyway.
That's-
Number
that's-
4.
yeah.
So we got the 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 5 done. 1 and 4 open. Hobo.
Oh, well, 5's taken now. God damn it.
That's bad.
That's
you don't
like a
want
1.
someone dating a hobo.
True.
What does it say about your girlfriend?
I need to break up with
No,
her.
but has he
Was he a-
since become homeless?
No, we haven't fallen out. He was a hobo then.
What?
Wait, so
No,
when
that's
they
got to be
met,
1.
Yeah.
she met him
Yes.
and he was homeless.
He doesn't have a house, so that doesn't mean he's got a beard and like under a bridge, but like, yeah.
Oh, so he's like couch surfing.
He might be couch surfing, but he is homeless.
This has changed the dynamic completely because I thought we were like concerned about her ex. Now I'm concerned about the
Well,
girlfriend.
it's
I want to
This
put that
is-
at 1. Everything else kind of shows a measure of initiative.
It's true.
That's the worst.
Does he try and live at my house?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, then I'm not that threatened.
Oh, so you want the 4?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Adam
I
wants the
reckon
1.
the
I
four.
think
question-
you're
but the
deciding
I'm no
question
vote.
longer
is-
on the threat. I'm on the.
The question
that's
is-
a very concerning
But
thing.
they're different things then.
Yeah.
Wasn't the question a
I
job?
think he's saving the best for last.
Well, yours, okay. Would you rather your girlfriend's ex be a porn star or homeless? That's now the question.
Yeah. See,
4?
probably a porn star. I'd be like, oh, well, at least,
At least
he
he's
did
making
something
money.
with his
Yeah,
life.
yeah. So porn star's 3 and homeless
And
is
then
4.
my questions would
No,
be
no,
like,
no. You've already put the porn star at 3.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
we know.
Porn
So,
star's
so
3.
homeless is 4.
Homeless is 4. Yeah, and rap is
What?
still 5.
So 4.
I'm very keen to hear what the
You
next
want the
one
1?
is.
homeless
No,
is 4.
Yeah, I reckon 4.
Fucking
Because
hell.
think about it, like he can't amass any like capital to threaten you.
But
It's not threatening, but Phil's saying it's not a good look that she was
terrible
like
that
now
she
she's
was
moving on
dating
to
him.
me.
Maybe-
Maybe she
Maybe he was hiding it.
or maybe she's just really compassionate. You know, maybe she just
Okay.
cares.
Too compassionate.
Maybe
4.
she, yeah,
4. Agreed.
She's
Agreed.
not wealth motivated.
All right,
You've
so your
convinced
number
me.
1 spot, Foster knows me pretty well. He thinks this is right. Navy SEAL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See,
That would be
Okay,
bad.
yep.
That would be pretty bad.
Yep.
I think he did pretty well.
clear.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, what a fucking stand up. Do you want one more blind ranking, or do you guys want to have a question first?
No, blind
I'll-
ranking me up. It's kind of gelling us.
All right, we'll do one more.
True.
Mm.
We need
Blind
the
ranking
cohesion.
conspiracy theories based on how much you believe them. 1 is it happened. 5 is
definitely
I don't
true.
think so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Government killed JFK.
I'm putting that up there.
Of course you are, Phil.
I was going to say 3. I think that's like
I was 3 or 2.
The
I'll
US
still leave
government?
number 1 up
it's
there.
it's
U.S. government. These are all, by the way, like you could Google conspiracy theories, and these will all probably land in the top 20. So none of these are like, mole people
It's
or
taking
whatever.
them a long time to release these quotation files
Mm.
that they're talking about. And I'm like, do you know how long it's been? Do you know how many files I could fabricate in that amount of time?
yeah.
I'm not putting this higher than 3.
Really?
Should we call it 3?
Fine.
All right. Moon landing was fake.
5.
5.
Okay. I agree. The government was involved in 9/11.
Mm. Involved.
Involved.
Broad term.
It is broad.
They're involved in the like aftermath.
Mm.
Yeah, but like planning
Involved
and,
in
yeah.
like,
Or
okay,
before.
this is what's
Yeah.
going to happen. It's going to be the Twin Towers.
Well, weren't Al Qaeda CIA trained?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not
from the
looking for a
80s.
loophole, but yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Sheesh.
As in when Bush got told, hey, planes hit towers, he would have at some point been like, yeah, I probably knew that was happening. That's what I'm asking.
Probably knew that was happening.
Yeah, that was on the cards.
That
It's-
kind of
it's-
opens me up to.
You got the 1, 2, 4.
It kind of opens me up to, and I'm just sidetracking here for a minute. When this kind of stuff happens and the government is involved, because people think that it means that George Bush was sitting there being like, these people are going to hit the Twin
Sure.
Towers.
It was Dick Cheney.
I think if we're saying that JFK was 3, I think Twin Towers is like pretty far beyond that. Like in terms of like the US kind of
Less likely, you mean?
self-inflicting something.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'd say 4.
I would
Yeah.
agree with 4.
I think it's
because-
much more likely that JFK was done by his own government.
I think JFK screwed you over here a little bit. The next one's flat Earth.
1.
Is that just
Obviously.
automatically going in the 2?
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah, it has to.
All right, number 1 is by implication Princess Diana was murdered.
Oh, you reverse swifted us.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Damn
did.
it.
I like it,
Gotta
boys.
keep you on your toes.
Oh,
That's a good way to start.
he knows that I know him too well.
That's right. All right, now for the first time in a long
Looked you.
time, someone else give us a question.
Yeah.
Phil, you look ready?
Yeah, I need to read it. Let me pre-read it so that I can read it properly.
It's the sort of thing that good podcasts do before they start recording. but
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
It's too much chitter-chatter.
Does anyone else have one that they've
I've
pre-read?
got-
Yeah,
I've
please.
got one ready.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Get the notes tab up. All right.
What do you mean ready?
It's ready.
All right.
Hmm.
You arrive at North Sentinel Island, one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world.
Hmm.
They, for whatever reason, do not kill you instantly. You assimilate with them and learn their language. What is the first thing you tell them / teach them about the outside world?
Oh. I've thought about this as well. Like, I have nothing to add. If I was to go back 1,000 years,
Yeah. I
and
know
they're,
this.
like, "Oh, what's the future like?" I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, there's like lights and internet and stuff." Like, "Oh, how does that work?" I'm like, "No,
Ever heard
yeah, I
of,
don't know."
heard of a bench press?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That might be it.
The bench press might be your input.
That might
because-
be it. Yeah,
Have you heard of progressive overload?
yeah.
I've seen
Let's talk about
it.
BCAAs, people.
Yeah. I've seen this guy that was talking about if you're just an average gym goer, so I put myself and you in the category even, so you're not like training to go compete or anything. And he was like, if you are that, you are one of the most jacked people ever to live on this planet throughout history.
Well, yeah. Where is this island?
It's somewhere in the Indian Ocean, I believe.
All right, then I reckon I would walk in as a god because I reckon I'm probably going to be a foot taller than everybody.
True.
I would, let's be honest, I'd probably be going apocalypse now real quick. I reckon that's good. I know myself well enough.
All right, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Do you know what I think?
Does that mean they're sending me up the river to?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm not coming willingly.
I'm Martin Sheen.
Yes, you are Martin Sheen.
Okay. Saigon.
Yeah, correct.
Shit.
Dude, I don't know if I'm, am I going to try and take over that society? Probably.
Surely.
I think.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I think you'd be taking over. And I think that the first thing I'd teach them is that, this is a very, very unique scenario that's never happened before, where a white man arrives and encounters a group of, isolated natives, and nothing bad ever happens. Trust me.
Yeah, I might hand
Yeah.
out some blankets. Go old school.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think you'd be teaching them much because they'd all just die. You have like if you have like the tiniest bit of influenza
you have
in you,
you
they're
have a
just gone.
Throat tickle and
Smallpox.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's over.
true. So I don't know, maybe like how to make honey and lemon tea for a sore throat.
If you've been
Cover your mouth when you cough.
if you've been vaccinated for anything, those dead parts of viruses will still kill that tribe. Like
Just teach them the COVID fist bump.
That's it, on a foot tap.
elbow.
I think I honestly would do sport or weightlifting or something such that I could demonstrate that I'm better than
You
them at
teach
something.
them how to play cricket.
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah.
You get a crude bat.
Yeah, and then
Get
one
them
of them
to-
is like an undercover Bradman. It's the Indian Ocean, so someone might be, pretty decent off the pads.
Here's
Could be
Eli,
trouble.
like, I am so much better than you guys. And he's like, please teach me
Yeah.
how to hunt my food.
I shouldn't have got people for that. That's a good question, but I have nothing to add to anyone who, undiscovered society or not. I don't really have any useful information. Anyone who knows me can attest.
Do you self-answer the question as well?
Yeah, what
I
do you
think you're
typically
typically
supposed
do?
to.
What are you going?
Actually didn't have an answer for it.
God damn it.
Okay.
Do you know what?
What,
I would
what
teach
do they
them?
teach you?
That's a
How to
good
live
question.
and how to love.
They teach me to be grateful.
It's true, probably.
Man, how to go like 10 minutes without looking at my phone, probably.
Yeah. Your phone will run out of charge real
Teach me
quick.
that life is much more pleasurable without Instagram Reels
Yeah, probably.
and
God,
productive.
when's the next flight?
I had something. I would teach them that the earth is flat.
Mm.
No matter what they've observed in the sky, wrong. I know the science.
I reckon the odds are they'd probably believe that anyway.
Probably.
Like, there is no way I'd be smart enough to look in the sky and be like, I reckon this planet's round.
Well,
There's
they
no
would.
way I'd know that.
They wouldn't have the concept of a planet.
Well, I mean, some people eventually did figure that out, but not every society.
Yeah, but like
that's what.
But like it took so long too.
Oh, how long
Could
did
you
it take
imagine-
you?
Could you imagine like looking up and just being like, "Huh, I wasn't in the same spot
Dude,
last
you
night."
could give me 10,000 years. If no one told me the Earth was round, I wouldn't know. There's no way.
Exactly.
There's no way.
So some guy just looked into the
Anyone-
sky for way too long and was like,
Anyone who
these
says I
stars
would have
are
figured that out,
moving."
I don't believe you.
Nah,
There's no way.
there's no way I
Does
would have
that
figured it out.
mean
There's no way I would have exposed myself to the ridicule of being like, hey guys, I think we're on a round surface right now. They're like, oh, do you? Do you? Fucking idiot. Really? No, I couldn't do it.
True.
Good
Right.
question.
All right, I'll whip out my question.
Is it ready yet?
It's ready.
Okay.
Would you rather have your entire internet search history from the last 10 years made public or lose all of your current savings and investments?
Publicize it. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, says the guy with property.
Yeah, that's true. I'm also tall and good looking.
What is your search history? I'm so
It's
confused.
fine. It's nothing bad. It's really not. What's yours?
I don't know.
How many dog shelters is it okay to volunteer at?
Foz is making that shit public and losing his investments. He doesn't give a shit.
Reading to the blind. Opportunities? Question mark. No, really. Like, there's nothing that I'd be that alarmed about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you sponsor an orphan without them knowing?
Yeah. I don't want all the credit.
how to be a good listener? Brackets 6'5".
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Foz is great value.
Thanks.
It's a strong start. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Very
Time
strong.
will tell. You got to take your shirt off weirdly if you want to fill Milad's shoes properly.
Okay. Jeez, should I just start with one button or?
Oh, no. You got to do it badly, like you've never taken a jumper off before in your
So
life.
like from the bottom.
I don't know. He somehow gets trapped in it. You got to start sweating weirdly. It's a whole.
Rocks
thing.
fly off.
It's
Yeah.
these.
And
it's
then
this-
he's somehow everyone's favorite. God, I
Yeah,
hate it.
I was literally about to
I hate
say,
it so much.
this episode is going to make him more people's
This whole
favorite.
interaction with this podcast is me telling people to listen to it, and then 2 days later being like, I just love Milad. I'm like, God,
Yeah, I can
he's
hear
such
it.
an idiot.
I can hear it now from these people that I don't know being like, oh, this guy, he was fine, but
He's
yeah,
no
we
Milad.
want Milad back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. It's,
But the
it's-
way we're beating on Milad, people are just going to strengthen their bond.
Oh, that's
They'll
true.
rally.
Yeah,
They'll rally
yeah.
around him.
Exactly.
He is inevitable. All right, I answered. Who? Yeah, is anyone not doing the
You should
search
get
thing?
him to live react to this episode.
That's a good.
That's really
Oh
good.
my God, yeah.
yeah.
That
We
one
cut
gets
out the
like
good
a million
bits.
views, and our one gets like 40.
And then
Milad reacts to the first
Milad-
episode without him.
Milad reacts. Yeah.
Milad
It's a good channel.
Oh, and that can be like the shorts
That's
as well.
a whole new Instagram page.
I'm pretty.
Just the content never stops. It's a machine. God, the North Centralese don't know what they're missing.
No. Probably introducing the Crocs.
That's a good
Milad
one.
went-
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the
say
perfect footwear.
I'm gonna say I'll hang on to the savings. Shock horror,
Yeah,
Eli.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you beat
I-
me to that one. That's,
I would also hang on to my
yeah, I
savings,
think it's pretty easy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. It was too
Okay,
easy.
well,
Next.
why don't we? No, I'll adjust it. How much would you pay to have your search history not released?
Oh.
It really wouldn't be very
Wouldn't be
much
that
money
much.
for me. Yeah,
No.
We're talking like ransom situation.
yeah. So
You know
oh,
what,
we're
you
going to
could-
release it.
Whatever's on there, you could always
know
go to
what the-
North Sentinel
yeah.
Island.
$100, $200. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I'd maybe 150.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a
Split
lot.
that in half. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't really think of like who the fuck is even looking up my search history? I'm making it public, but
That's
who's
true. Yeah,
going,
if it
what
found-
did Phil look up?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're doing that, that's on them.
Yeah.
Right.
Foz, I think it's over to you.
Oh, okay. All right.
You've got time to read it. I'm going to let this guy out.
Actually, if we're going to do that, let me take my jumper off.
All right. Here's
Well,
our,
let's start.
All right, keep the camera rolling.
here's our physical comedy moment.
Ah, he's standing up. He's so tall. He just leaves the frame completely.
No, not that one. I don't want this one.
He can't even hear it because he doesn't have the
He doesn't
headphones
know,
on.
Sorry, go.
You got a massive applause there.
Deservedly.
Okay. Would you rather taste whatever you look at? Right. So if it's
Oh my God.
if it's in
I have
focus,
2 dogs.
if it's in focus and you're looking at it, you can taste it. All
Oh,
right.
that sucks.
Or whatever you make skin contact with.
Skin contact.
Skin contact.
Yep.
Oh.
Think about it though. It's like your clothes.
I don't care.
Like
Nah,
you're wearing your shoes around all day.
that's fine.
You go to the beach.
Nah, yeah.
You could just look at food all day.
Imagine being on a
Yes.
bus.
Boz, the number one thing there, which is why I said I have 2 dogs. The number one thing there is I have to look when I pick up their shit, but I
I was
have a
about to
bag
say,
around my
yeah.
hands. So
Mm.
there's no skin contact with the shit.
But you could, so you could set up like mirrors or something. You know how they have those like mirror glasses for people that go rock climbing, and so they don't have to look up. And so then you just taste metal all the time.
Do you still have the ability to taste?
Yeah, you
Food?
can
And is
taste
that-
normally. Yeah.
Are you saying
Do you have the
want
ability to
taste
blind
metal all the
yourself?
time?
No, I'm just saying you could work around it.
Metal tastes delicious.
Okay.
Remember chewing keys when you were a kid?
No.
I used to chew it and then swallow it.
Wow, okay. I should have.
Explains why that the vocab question came up and your answers were like
There's a joke about lockjaw in there.
Mercury.
There is.
There's a good joke about
Yeah.
lockjaw somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, yeah. Keys.
We could edit it back in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can.
Okay.
We can do anything.
Wow.
AI.
There's a lot of power in this podcast.
Yeah, I'll go for the skin contact.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather you can travel back in time to any period, but only as an observer, but you are safe. There's no risk, or you can pause time whenever you want, but only within the confines of your bed. So you can basically
Sorry.
like you get 24 hours a day. Anytime you go to sleep or whatever is just frozen time. So you're getting at least a
Wait,
third of
like,
your day back.
When I'm in my bed, time doesn't move.
Time doesn't move
So
if
wait,
you don't want it to.
What if
you get autonomy over it?
can I like what if things are around my bed? Does it like apply to those things? Is it like a bubble around my bed? Or is it
No,
just
it's
like
inside the
in
bed.
the bed.
or it's
yes.
like when I'm asleep in my bed?
No,
It pauses
just
for
in
me.
the bed.
You can be in bed watching TV if you want, and that time doesn't count as like wasted time.
Okay.
Two questions there. Well, it's one question, but
Yeah.
2 aspects.
Yeah.
If I'm now in bed and I go, it's 10 p.m., but I really want to scroll reels for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
I pause time.
Yeah.
I scroll those reels.
Yeah.
I put time back on.
Yeah.
Am I more tired from staying up another 3 hours, or does my
I'd
energy
say,
level not get affected?
Well, let's say yes, but then if you just want to take a nap for an hour and keep the time paused, then you can.
True.
Would you
So I
pause
could-
time every time you sleep?
If you want, you
Can
don't
I
have
Would
to.
that be a
it?
prudent thing to do?
I would.
Surely, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
I'd say
set a
so.
timer for when I want the time to unpause?
Yeah, full autonomy. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I could be like, scroll reels for 3 hours, pause it for an extra 3 hours that I can sleep in,
Yep.
and then restart the time.
Could
But
I
let's talk about like you do get to go back and look at the dinosaurs or the fucking
Yeah, I was-
whatever. You
I
get to
was
see
gonna say,
anything you want.
But do people believe you?
Ooh.
If I'm going back in time and I'm like, guys, turns out T-Rex herbivore. Are they like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about? Or I'm like, no, trust me, I can go back in time and watch, but I'm not
it
allowed to
depend-
interact.
Oh, no, you can't tell anyone. And you can't
Oh.
tell anyone about the bed pausing either.
Then the bed pausing,
Yeah.
definitely.
Really?
pausing.
If I can't go back and like bring that information with me, like I'm not really.
No, it's just for your edification.
Is it like a view only if you go back
View
in
only.
time, or
View
you can
only.
impact anything?
No, you're a ghost.
If it's just
What
to
if-
satisfy my curiosity, no, I think I'd rather have the ability to pause time in my bed.
But you can do it as much as you want, go back in time, and time here pauses, I assume?
Yeah, let's say it's free time.
Okay.
Hmm.
Actually,
Can I-
no. No,
No,
the
so
time
you have
keeps
to
going
like
on.
hide
yeah.
away for like
Yeah.
10 hours if you want to spend 10 hours in the past
Correct. Yeah.
roaming around. I'm just trying to think of like if you could you?
What's the utility of
Yeah.
each?
Because like going into the future makes sense. You can find things that you can invest in and all that shit. Could you do this a similar thing just by
No.
going into the past?
Maybe,
you know,
but, like-
neither of them are going to make you necessarily rich unless you know.
Sure.
Oh, actually, the pausing time thing you probably
Not all about
monetize.
money.
Yeah, you've got.
The bed one
Isn't
just
it,
gives
Adam?
you.
Is it not?
isn't it?
Surely the bed one just gives you're well rested every single day.
Yeah.
If you want to be, and
Yeah,
it just
and you
gives
get 8
It
hours.
gives you 8 hours of your
Yes.
day back.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the
Mm.
bed. I'm doing the
The
time
bed
pausing.
pause thing is more utility.
Do you know why? Because like
you get 50% more.
All right, what about this? What about
time.
this? So I think we're all leaning towards the
true.
bed pause. Okay. The difference I'll make is you can bring a partner to both. So you can bring a partner to see all the stuff,
Bed
or you
pause.
can bring into the bed pausing.
bed pause.
Bed pausing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Imagine all the things
Still?
you could do in bed and just not have it affect any of your daytime.
It doesn't take up much of my time anyway.
They were waiting for that.
It's an easy joke, but I had to make it.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, we could do that, but it's pretty late. Like we gotta get up in the morning.
Mm.
I'm a big night owl too, so that I think
Yeah, it'd be
I
good.
think bed pause because then
pause
I
would
can
be
just stay up all night and then pause it for 10 hours and get my good sleep.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Could you like store food in your bed?
Sure.
So like you bring out
Oh, like aging it.
yeah, does it like just like fruit ripen when it's in there?
You just get a
Wait, are you talking about pausing your bed without you in it?
Well,
Whatever
potentially.
is in the bed,
Yeah,
you're allowed to
potentially.
pause.
It's like a stasis chamber.
the world will be wondering.
you like tuck a banana in, and then it's there forever.
Give me that 12-year-old whiskey. I'm going
Just
to
go-
pause it in my bed for 5 years.
Yeah, but that would be the opposite of what you want to do.
He just goes into the bed
just-
and
that
comes out.
means
He's like,
the 12-year-old
why is this
whiskey's still
avocado
12
so
years old.
ripe?
Yeah, come on,
no,
that
but
makes
you
sense.
said whatever's in the bed
Yeah.
is still
it's frozen.
aging. And
No, it's frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen. So that's
It's
what I'm saying. It's the
frozen.
opposite.
So you could
he
like.
just wants to keep a banana forever like a fucking idiot. It's pointless.
No, it was my
This idiot's
example.
just discovered a freezer.
I'm just saying.
banana in the freezer does not work.
That's true. That's true.
It also
Neither
runs on
do
electricity. This is free.
Nah, yeah. What are the power constraints? Fucking idiot.
Hey,
No, I don't want your magic bed. It might cost too much electricity. It's not green enough.
I want to know
Wait,
the
I have
terms and
to pay
conditions,
for
okay?
Useless.
Think outside the box or the bed.
Who's got one? What do you want me to go?
I got a quick one.
Go.
What profession would you have liked to have in the Middle Ages? Can't be royalty, and can't be any sort of high-ranking person in whatever field it might
That sounds
be.
like
What
4
was it?
jobs. It's like clergy or peasant.
Which job back in the day? Is that what
Yeah,
you said? Yeah, okay.
You'd go butcher.
I would.
Yeah.
Wow, that was like a really honest.
No, it would
It's
be.
wood.
It would be a good one.
Yeah,
like
he's gonna-
getting access to meat
Oh,
would be
yeah.
sweet.
But
Imagine the biltong he's going to
I feel like
create.
it would be less of a specialized thing back then because I feel
Everyone
like a lot of
had some
peasants,
level of.
they're all kind of like
butchering, yeah.
butchering their own
Mm.
stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Were they?
Because I think you'd have specialized people, and even to the point where like the entire family lineage would be specialized in that
Really?
one thing. Well, that's why they're called Smith. They gave them the last name Smith.
Mm.
But I think
You're gonna
Smith is
become
a lot more common than butcher.
Yeah, but you're going to become a butcher if your dad was a butcher.
Eli's
You know what I
family
mean?
were runners.
It's not like today where you're
Very
like,
good.
oh, I
Or
might be
birds.
this for 2 years and then I'll switch jobs.
I might go work in tech sales. Oh, there you go.
I don't know. I think just the one that is less likely to get Vikinged. That's what I'd want. I'd want somewhere out of the way farming.
I mean,
that's probably what I want.
surely blacksmith. Like it seems like the obvious pick.
It's so hot.
Think
and
of
you
the
get it. No.
OH&S
Yeah, but you-
hazards.
Yeah, but you're fucking jacked, and then also like you don't ever get drafted because nobody knows how you make swords, and they need more swords to be made.
Mm.
True.
Yeah, but you probably still have to go on campaigns and just be doing it mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
making
guess, but you're
swords.
never on the front line. You know, you're
Again,
always
I
off
think
in the
it's,
camp.
it's all about a skill
making
issue.
more
If you're good
swords.
enough to be making like the king's sword, then that's sweet. But if you're just some idiot,
so you're
then-
like a
and I'm not very good at
like
anything,
an
so I don't know if I'm.
artisan blacksmith.
Yeah, I think I'm putting in a
become
pretty
an-
average effort.
Become an ultra runner messenger.
Oh, you could be the first
Oh,
marathon guy.
That marathon
yeah,
guy,
that could be
that
good.
guy died though. So
Yeah,
Yeah, but still, what an alpha way to go.
Yeah,
Foster,
pretty sick.
everyone does.
Yeah, but he died in the profession. Like,
And so soon.
yeah, I know. Too young. No, I think Smith.
Yeah, no, it's probably what I go.
Phil?
It depends what country I'm in, though.
I think you would die of lung cancer though, like by maybe 30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to die at 30 anyway. It's
Yeah, it was a good innings.
Do you know what I'd be?
Mhm.
I'd be some sort of like, I don't know what they were back then, but something to do with like medicine and shit. And I'd just be fucking
Just make up
drying
stuff.
mushrooms and being like, this will
An
heal you.
alchemist.
Mm.
An alchemist would be good. There's zero expectation to do anything.
To heal your broken leg, we need to cut the other one off. Trust me.
We need more leeches.
Oh, maybe I'd
We'll
be
get a bleeding dry.
I'd be trying to run a cult or like accusing people of religious heresy.
Or witchery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe like a well, I don't know what you call it.
Spanish Inquisitor.
An inquisitor, yes. That's what I do. Yeah.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
What are
I
you
don't get
shaking
it.
your head for, Eli?
Don't get it.
You don't get it.
No.
I expected him to not get it, but
I
you don't
don't
get it.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. No,
Nobody.
I'm just sitting here looking at the door, Foster.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I can't
That's
believe I
fine.
missed
No,
a reference.
that's
I feel
fine.
like Phil.
Yeah.
It's fine.
If you
No,
under-
you
if-
should. I think it's better if you don't explain
For
it.
the people
You
at home,
should.
if you understood that, drop a like.
Milad would like it.
Maybe a comment.
Millard would not like it.
Millard would have.
Milad would not
Millard has never
understand it.
understood something that I didn't understand. And if that ever happens, I'm going to kill myself.
Eli, it's
I
like
reckon the only other
like-
one could be like a shipwright. You know, if you build boats, like you're an important guy, but you're still just kind of like a fancy carpenter.
yeah, that's hard work. You really got to know your wood.
You would.
You enjoyed that one?
You would.
Who's up?
I'll go.
Go.
Which fictional villain's motivation or worldview do you secretly find the most relatable or understandable?
I would have killed a lot more people than Thanos. Half isn't enough.
Half the planet.
I would have killed about 80%.
I mean, the tag on is and why? Why do you hate everyone?
Just don't think
Eli?
many people are contributing.
Anyone,
Am I?
Anyone
Not really.
under 6 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Surely anyone, except for him. Yeah, is that the idea? It's like you're the only
Oh, no. I would actually be. No, I'd eliminate everyone.
over 6 foot.
No.
So you can be the only tall guy.
I'd eliminate everyone over 6'4".
Okay.
It's just I want to be the tallest, but I don't want a bunch of short people running around.
Okay.
He's in the forest moon of Endor.
But that includes women. Oh yeah, you're going over 6'4". Sorry.
Yeah, I think I would have made a female amendment. Yeah, do you like that one? Am I back on the references?
That's incredible.
Thank you.
That is incredible. And it hit the first time.
Yeah. Even Phil fake laughed. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I know
you didn't get that.
I know how to tag along.
The depth of knowledge to specify forest moon as well.
Oh, yeah.
The reference, that's impeccable.
Thank you.
Did it actually have a name?
I have no idea.
What the...
Just enjoy it for what it was,
Endor?
Foster.
No, but the anyway, don't worry. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Cut that out. It's him analyzing my
We'll
incredible joke.
take it offline.
Let's
Yes.
let's circle back. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to fill my role of Milad. Okay?
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
I forgot the question. What? Oh, yeah.
The villain that you can
villains,
relate to.
Yeah, all you said was you would kill more people than Thanos, but does that mean your views align with
No, because
Thanos?
the argument there was, why didn't you just double resources? It seems like you had the power to do that. Instead, you just killed everybody.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a
Idiot.
dog act.
Idiot. They make villains pretty bad, hey. Like I don't think I've watched anything where I'm like, he's got a point.
Oh, this is really killing me. I should know.
It's a good question, but it requires a lot of thinking.
Yeah. There's villains that I like, but it doesn't mean I
Sure.
align with their views.
Who was Ralph Fiennes' character in Schindler's List? He had some moments.
Ray Fiennes.
I'm joking. Come on.
Yeah.
No, Phil,
I don't
not
think-
yeah. Not yeah.
Phil,
Yeah
have
is
you,
not the
Phil, have you
answer.
seen it?
You mean about I've recently I think I told you guys I've recently been watching Man in the High Castle. A lot of
I think we're
Lot of
getting
things
off topic here. Ralph Fiennes is not a yeah. answer.
I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
You're talking about something about Jews
God damn
not being wanted.
Useless. I don't know. Anyone got one?
Would you say that the like Richard Attenborough in the first Jurassic Park is the villain, or is he
No.
kind of like a victim of circumstance?
Nah, Newman's got to be the villain.
Newman is the villain.
Mm.
I mean, that guy just wanted some cash.
Long term, it's
Yeah, I kinda
actually
get that.
long term. It's the scientist.
He wasn't hurting anyone. He was just committing intellectual property theft.
I
Actually,
think-
that
I think
should be
anyone-
yours, Eli.
Hmm.
Which one?
Bringing dinosaurs back to life.
I think anyone in Jurassic Park 3 and onwards who is surprised that this keeps happening, they are inherently the villain.
Yeah. I mean, I sympathize with the T-Rex.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
There you go. I think that's my answer.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
Mm,
Is the ape in Planet of the Apes, is he the villain?
No, he's the hero.
I think he becomes a villain.
Draco Malfoy is the one of the villains in the first movie.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan.
What about Snape? He's technically a villain, but not.
Nah, he's
no,
the hero.
Snape is.
He's a villain. He's portrayed as a villain for ages, and then you find out
Yeah.
that he's secretly a hero.
And now he's gone back to being the villain.
What?
With the new casting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm kidding.
Oh, like chronologically.
No, he's just getting cast as a black guy. I'm just being
Oh.
sarcastic.
Milad would have loved that.
Yeah, Milad shared some reels that were not good. What a moron.
I'm trying to think of other
Surely
villains.
there's like children's movies or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like Disney movies. There's got to be villains where it's like, actually, you know what? They weren't that bad.
O'Hare from the Lorax.
I've never seen
Never
it.
seen it.
Really?
No.
What about like
Lord Farquaad?
Nah,
He's not
sucks.
much of a villain.
He's just like
it's because he's too
Short,
short.
short, yeah. What a loser.
hey, just
What about
I can't have an.
what
I
about
can't answer.
what about like Jungle Book? Because
Shere Khan.
the villain is Shere Khan, but he's just trying to get a feed.
yeah, and he
And he's just
also
trying-
he also
just wants
It
to
just goes back
Just-
to the Jungle Book with you.
He just wants a bit of
He's just
protein.
trying to get man not to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. He knows that man's bad. He's like, this thing can't grow up. I actually think that's a great answer.
It's
Yeah,
a good metaphor for nature.
he's willing to make. He's willing to
um,
make the tough decisions that the others weren't.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's a true leader.
he is. Yeah,
Beauty and the
I think
Beast.
that's a great answer.
Who's the bad guy in Beauty and the Beast? What's his
Oh,
name?
Gaston.
Oh,
Gaston.
You would.
Absolute Chad.
Yeah. I like a lot of what he's about.
No one fights
Yeah.
like Gaston.
Yeah.
I think the
Ultra jacked.
the chef
Get Gaston.
the chef in Ratatouille.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Oh, the,
Chef Skinner.
the reviewer?
He's just no Chef Skinner. He's
The-
just trying to.
the
oh, the neurotic
husband
guy.
in the Bee movie.
oh, shit.
Ah.
that guy, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Being
He's the
gas-
nicest bug I've ever met.
being
What?
Yeah.
gaslit by a
Yeah,
bee.
and no, the chef is a good one because like
Because-
there's a rat in the kitchen.
He's
Like,
trying to do the right
rude.
thing.
and he knows a reviewer's like a critic's coming,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like just OH&S, like get that rat out of here.
The guy comes into the kitchen. He can't cook. Why is everyone letting him cook?
Yeah,
Not to mention the copious amount of rat sightings.
Mm.
Nothing is done.
There's a lot of birds.
that's a good one.
Nice. All right, big fellas.
Okay, so hopefully this one's better than my first one. Okay, you can remake any film you like, right? Complete reboot. You have complete control over like the casting, the direction, everything. And it can only be one movie, okay? So we're like, you can't remake all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, never would.
What are you picking and why?
This I love this. Love this. There's gonna be
Phil's seen about 4 movies, so he's got
Yeah.
a lot of options here.
So-
Which Back to the Future
Jungle
do I
Book.
want to adjust?
that's 3 of the 4. It's good.
So my answer to this one, I think I'm going Attack of the Clones. I think that was had the opportunity to do the best movie, and it just didn't live up. Or episode 6, speaking of Endor.
I think 6 is the better pick because
Yeah.
I think with Attack of the Clones you're too hamstrung by having to fit
That's
1
true.
and 3.
Yeah.
Like, you've
And
got to
even then
slot
it's
too neatly
sandwiched
in
between.
So you could reshoot any movie.
You remake any movie, yeah, and like obviously it has to be enough the same movie that it's
could
like
I remake
you can claim
all-
it's a remake.
Could I remake all 3 of the Hobbits into one movie?
That's a good question.
I'll
Nobody will
allow
watch
it.
it.
I'll allow
that
it.
could
Yeah.
be good. That could be good. That's on my list.
I'm gonna say Star Wars Episode 7.
Yeah, but then 8 and 9 are still the turds that they are.
Yeah.
Oh, so they remain.
Yeah.
Won't affect
Mm.
Yeah.
the
Don't
previous
get
ones.
me wrong. I would love to have a crack at all three of them, but
You've only
Yeah.
got the budget for the one.
I genuinely think me, with my lack of understanding of anything, could make a better series of movies than 7, 8, and 9. Toxic belief or
Yep.
not, I genuinely don't think I could be any worse.
I think most people could.
Yeah, I think so too.
On The Hobbit, would you keep the original cast or would you
Yeah, I don't think the cast was a big issue.
keep Peter Jackson?
Yeah, of course I'm keeping Peter Jackson.
Okay. You just condense.
Yeah.
So basically you're just an editor.
No, I think there's other things about it that I would change. But I wasn't watching The Hobbit being like, oh, I didn't like the acting.
He's going to get
Okay.
rid of all the scenes with the women and people of color.
Correct.
That's true. Yeah.
Straight away. Out of there.
Okay.
I don't even like the fact they're hobbits. I'm going to make them much taller.
You'd Thanos snap
Yeah.
them.
Correct.
I'm really sad because I really like the question and I can't think of anything because I would want something where I'm unhappy with some of the acting specifically,
Mhm.
and then I would recast, but I can't think of a specific example because there is movies where I'm like, such a good film, but this person
my other
ruins
thing
it
is
for
you've
me.
got to make it a simple enough job that you could do it. Because like the one I think of is Godfather 3 let down that trilogy so terribly.
Yeah.
But like, am I Francis Ford Coppola? No, I couldn't do a good enough job. So
Wait, does it all rest on your shoulders though, or do you just get
I don't know,
input and
you're
you still
some
get
sort
to
of
use?
creative
You still get
person.
to use like the same camera
Yeah,
crew
whereas like
and
I
direct.
know enough about those sort of other.
Let's say you remake it like today, right? So you've got to use existing
Yeah,
actors.
Titanic, and they both live. Yes.
Yeah.
No jokes. It doesn't sink.
My angle was a little bit different. I was gonna like remake The Fellowship of the Ring, but like make it terrible so that nobody ever attempts to remake it again. Like kind of like send a warning. So yeah, like kind of like the Vince Vaughn Psycho remake, where he's like nobody can touch the original, so I'm just gonna remake it, and then no one's gonna go near it ever again. Just make it a huge commercial flop. I'll just take one for the team.
It's a good move.
Mm.
It's a good move. Keep thinking about it. We'll keep the other ones in the back of your head. Same as I'm still thinking about the villain that I like.
Did you hear there's going to be an American Psycho remake?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but
Ugh.
I'm curious, but I'm like, the first one was pretty
First
spot
one was
on.
excellent.
I
Yeah.
hope it's not directed by J.J. Abrams.
Oh, he's been on an
Then-
absolute tear.
They're not going to be able to top that business card scene. It's so
Nah,
good.
yeah.
It's so good.
Absolutely not.
I don't want to see Timothy Chalamet playing Patrick
I love a
Bateman.
bit of, I'm on
you
the
think that's-
Chalamet train.
He loves
Really?
it.
Yeah, I
Do
spent
you think
years
he's
hating
up
that guy.
for it?
He
Who
can do
else?
whatever he wants.
I reckon they could get Owen Wilson to do it. Wow. Wow.
I was going to say, could I
Paul Allen's card.
Wow.
could I remake
Boss
the
just wanted to
final
shoehorn
season
that
of
in.
Game of Thrones?
If you make it a movie, yes.
Yeah, I'd love to. It would have been better.
Oh, do that. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good move.
Yeah. Nice.
Do you think it would have been better because it would have been more condensed? I never watched it.
You could delete it and it would be better.
Wow. Huge.
Leave it in people's imaginations.
I mean, that's what George R.R. Martin's doing, right?
Exactly.
Hey.
Topical, boys. Topical.
Hey.
Yep.
All right, I got one for you. This is a bit of a callback question. Would you rather have 20 extra IQ points, but it doesn't affect who you are, you're just smarter, or you're unbeatable in fights, hand to hand, that you don't start or want? So you can't go around picking fights, but if someone tries to beat you up, you are unbeatable.
Definitely that one.
Yep.
That one?
Easy.
Really?
And that, like, you can't enter like UFC or anything, like, because you, in your heart of hearts, you can't want it.
Mm.
Okay.
But if it happens, you're on.
Yeah, absolutely that one.
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
20
like,
IQ
I'd
points.
agree.
That's like
I'm doing 20
like
IQ
lifetime
points.
fight insurance.
Lifetime
Absolutely,
fight insurance.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Does that just mean you can just be more of a dickhead when you're out?
I
And
think
then
I think it just means you just never have to worry.
No, you
Yeah.
can't instigate. You can't.
It removes
act.
no,
stress.
not instigate, but if you're just a
from
cocky
your
idiot
life and from everyone else.
and then people
you know?
come up to you and they're like, I'm going to fight you. You're like, ah.
You still have to try and de-escalate. Like, you can't in any
Oh,
sense.
well, I'm going IQ points. Easily.
What does 20 IQ points equate to?
20% more if you're average intelligence.
I'm doing
No, I'd rather be dumb and be able to throw down when I need to.
really?
I'm taking the
doing-
IQ.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, because what if someone cracks on and then you lose them.
You just never have to worry.
It hasn't happened to me in what? How long? Like 34 years?
Yeah, nah, I'm taking the fight.
I'm with Foster.
Okay.
It's an easy one.
We got my fight insurance right here. I'm ready to go.
But you wish you had the IQ points.
Yeah, I don't. 20 isn't going to cut it.
Still room temperature.
I got another one because
You
I was
didn't
quick.
even get an Adam reference. Fuck. Idiot.
I made up
Dumbest
for it.
bloke here.
All right, how about this? You're in the future running for public office, but they do this test where they read your mind and they make sure you're not harboring any thoughts. What thought do you have that you think would make you least or would be the biggest concern to the public when voting for you?
Nothing I can mention on a podcast.
I will go. I think it wouldn't be the worst idea if you had to have a license to have kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that, but that is now a thought in my mind.
I think it wouldn't be the worst idea if you had to like at least like pass a test, right? Like you've got to go and like do your ills to get a driver's license. Like otherwise you're a hazard on the roads. The fact that you can just have a kid
Yeah.
and nobody has any say in the matter other than you and one other person, like that's
but
wild to me.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. I still wouldn't vote for that because I wouldn't want the government telling people when to have kids. So that's a good answer.
Nobody would
I get
ever
that.
vote for that. And I've probably shot my political career in the foot right now if this ever goes to air. But I was like, man, I think you probably save a lot of childhood suffering from just having some kind of like small barrier to entry.
Okay.
I think the problem there is, Foz, that it's not that you're not allowing people to have kids. It's difficult to prevent having kids.
That's the
people
thing.
are just fucking and then becoming pregnant.
The reality of
that's
that
actually
is-
very true.
Yeah.
So now we're having a lot of illegal children.
So
Unlicensed.
what you're saying is the thought in your mind that shouldn't be public is that everyone should get castrated unless they pass a test.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like pets.
That's a
It's
good
like
one.
dogs.
Yeah, you just put something in the water and then
Unless they're a healthy human being that's really intelligent that you want to procreate.
No, not necessarily.
This is a sick and twisted idea, Foster.
That
I can't
is-
believe we
that
had
is
this guy on
quite
this
sick.
podcast.
Okay. All right.
This is unbelievable.
It's kind of like
It's like a Handmaid's Tale over here.
It's kind of like
Do you guys answer for Milad too when he's on? Or? is that why everyone loves him?
Actually, yes. That is exactly what happens.
He becomes the blank canvas on which you create.
The blank canvas would actually be his like wrestling name, I think. I could see.
Oh, okay.
yeah, interesting. It's
All right.
kind of like you're trying to create this superior Aryan race.
No, I know where you're coming from, and maybe
No,
it's
I
because you
get
just said superior Aryan race, and suddenly my ears pricked up. Like, hey, is that the worst idea?
I reckon for me it would be welfare for completely able people under the age of 45.
Gone. Good. No, I wouldn't stop at 45.
Really? Yeah. You have a lot of homeless, aren't you? It's a balancing act.
What are you doing? Nothing. You're not going to admit it.
I don't know. I don't have anything that's that political.
If you don't have one, I've got a second one.
This guy.
It's not a spicy.
Answer for me, Fuzz. Yes.
It's not as spicy, but your answer is cap on income. You can't make more than $1 million a year.
Where does the extra money go if you have a really successful
me.
business? Well, yeah, that's going to ruin your chances for sure.
to me as the prime minister, and then then it goes into a sovereign wealth fund to fund not Adam's idea, the opposite of that.
Ugh, you fucking lefty.
It's kind of
No, I
I've
don't
been
like
going
that.
this so far in
kinda
the
like-
other direction.
communism.
No. We just prevent like extreme wealth. You can still be very rich. Like you can still be a multimillionaire, right? You can't be a billionaire.
I could be a multimillionaire, but I can't make more than $1 million a year.
Yeah, just save money.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's just encouraging tax fraud, basically, and just channeling stuff through business.
That's true.
I mean, at least they're channeling into business and not like yachts.
I don't know. I think there's
My yacht was
the
purchased.
government gets
business.
enough money as it is. There's no extra tax that I'd ever be proposing.
Kerry Packer over here.
Yeah.
I think it's less about the government making money and more about just like, like singular dudes making too much money. Look at Jeff Bezos. What's that guy doing?
No, we're saying in Australia.
Other than hiring me, but
True.
Yeah.
Mine would be, and I probably would have already admitted
Personally.
this on the campaign trail, but like my thing is just how much stuff I don't care about. I think a lot of people, because here's the thing, I think a lot of people say they care about stuff, but you are what you do. And if you don't do anything about something, then you don't care about it.
You're going to make virtue signaling a crime.
If you talk about how much whatever matters to you, be it Gaza, homelessness, whatever, and then you do nothing about it, I've got news for you. You don't care. I just admit that I don't care.
So
that's it.
You have two policies: mandatory gym memberships for everyone.
Dude, I would be fining fat kids' parents. So, but that's a different one. But yes,
and free Oreos to every home.
That
yeah, there's a little temptation. Sure.
honestly, without being able to put it into words like that, that's probably along the lines where mine would be. It would be something that prevents that unhealthy realm of human beings from happening, or corporations being able to sell shit things
But what about the ones that already exist in a system? Do you do anything about them?
Some sort of camp.
cut off their food supply.
Okay. Jeez. Again, your words and not mine.
All right, next question.
Here's a fucking steak. But I want Cheerios. Shut up.
Phil, you don't have the iron will to do that. I think I could pull that off. I don't know if you can. You're too
Really?
nice of a guy. No, I could get those fat kids into shape. It'll be fine. It wouldn't be that hard. It's called hard labor.
It was like the biggest loser kids.
No,
He'd
I'd
be
be
running around
having
like
them
the-
paving roads.
He'd
That's
literally
an
be
acceptable body fat percentage.
Working the railroads.
he'd be,
Mate, we're going to have the best
Pause.
roads in the world.
he'd be running around like the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket.
Correct.
I mean, he was at high school, so
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the large percentage of obese people is made up of kids. So we're starting with adults.
Yeah, but you got to start right. Anyway, that's not even my biggest issue. Like, my biggest issue is why the fuck we have to pay this much tax is insane. Just to, funnel it towards people not doing stuff. Those losers that Foster wants to
Yeah,
prop
like
up.
Dubai. Hello, they don't have to pay tax.
Singapore.
What about all our oil that we're exporting?
Yeah.
Apparently, we're getting pretty shafted on our coal
we're getting
export.
completely
I saw that
shafted.
reel too.
Yeah. Learning from reels.
Yep.
But again, North Sentinelese paving the way.
Hopefully, people learn from these reels.
Don't have any reels yet. Come on. I've got so many good reel ideas. All right, who's up?
I've got my last one that I wrote down.
You guys are useless.
No, I got one.
All right. You have super strength.
True.
No one knows you have it, but if you're but if anyone finds out, you lose it. What would you do with it to excel and fly under the radar?
Wait.
I think you could incrementally break world records.
Is it like they find out as in do they have to know who I am and I lose it? Or they just see me? It doesn't matter if they know me. They don't have to recognize me.
Can you have the mask?
Can I just put a mask on and that's it? Or
No mask.
oh, okay.
Why not?
What if I go out at night?
That's acceptable.
So I can perform superhuman feats of strength at night, and as long as people don't recognize me, I keep the strength.
Yep.
But how are they going to recognize me if I've got a mask and everything on?
No mask.
No, you're not allowed to wear a mask
Why not?
whilst performing superhuman
I'm specifying
strength.
it in the question. You're not allowed to wear a mask.
Can I grow
This
my
guy-
hair very
this guy-
long? What do you mean?
You can't obscure your face.
No.
Okay.
But at night I can do it.
At night you can do whatever you want.
It's the cover of darkness is okay, but the cover of a mask is not.
Correct.
Ridiculous.
Darkness is a mask for everyone.
Superhuman strength, right?
The night is a very dark time for me.
No, I'd be doing just breaking Olympic records very slowly.
Just by night.
No, it's I'd be doing it in a
Oh, right.
believable way.
Mm.
So yeah,
And what
what,
else I'd be
what
would I be,
classifies as people knowing?
Progressive overload.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'd also be vigilanteing people at night badly. I'd be sending a fucking message.
What's the cleaner, the fake cleaner guy's name? Maybe he has
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
just tricking us
Oh,
all.
could be.
Anatoly or whatever
Yeah,
his name is.
Anatoly, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, so could you do it like that? Because what's the definition of people knowing? People being it's impossible for him to be that strong at that physique.
Yeah.
scientifically,
Front,
and then they have
front
to
page
then
of
they
the
have
paper.
to prove it.
Okay, could I just hit like the all-time PR for like one lift and then just go back to being normal sized? Like
Oh,
normal
yeah,
strength.
you lose the strength, but like, can you believe that guy benched a train? Like,
Well, that- you
But
probably
you-
could.
but you get the rep,
yeah,
Yeah.
it counts.
and
You
then
could
just-
live off that rep.
and then you just do like the public speaker circuit. You know, you just like you
Yeah.
just become a motivational speaker.
Get on the Jordan Belfort train.
I'm doing that.
That's a good move.
That's actually a great move.
Yeah.
Get the cameras out.
No,
boys.
I'd be doing Olympics and then vigilante
Vigilante.
justice at night, just setting an absolute precedent. Like guys just having their whole like chest punched in,
Just
like
a hole through
just
the
missing. Oh my god!
Missing
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing.
Their heads.
Zero
Punch
crime,
their head
real
off.
quick.
chest
Just-
puncher
And
strikes
also,
again.
I'm going to be honest. There's going to be some casualties. Like there's going to be
Of
some
course.
someone's littering. I'm like, wrong place, wrong time, champ. Just
I
Give it
think-
to him.
To be honest, I think that all the time while I'm driving. If I see someone throw a piece of rubbish out of their car, I'm like, if I had the will, I would just run them down right now.
My one is I've always wanted someone to get out of their car wanting to fight me, thinking I'm like a normal sized person, and just cleaning up. That's I have that fantasy every time in traffic. I'm like, God, someone take umbrage with me.
It's happened to my mate. So my mate,
Oh, I want that to
and
happen so bad.
he was like security guard in clubs. He's 130 kilos, big, strong dude, but doesn't look ripped or anything. But he looked scary, and
Mm.
exactly that happened. Someone literally, this is in Queensland, literally pulled him over and was like, "You want to fucking go?" He gets out of the car, and the guy's like, "Yeah." Gets back in his car because he's driving a Swift at the time too.
Oh.
So he's in a Swift
Yeah.
Yeah.
and gets out of this
The
Swift.
right
and
side
it's
of the
like
car is just
twice the
scraping along
size
the
of
road.
the car. Yes. Yeah.
It's wearing out one side of the suspension.
The guy was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Good. See you later."
So good. Man, your ego after doing that, like,
Oh, through the roof.
oh,
Through the roof.
if you're like your partner is in the car too, you'd be like, yeah, that happened.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Right, who's next?
I think it's Big Phil.
This one's not that great, but it's like, what's the strangest or like unconventional skill that your partner, girlfriend, could have that you would find genuinely impressive or attractive?
Think of a couple, but
Outside of the bedroom, maybe? Do I have to?
I
specify?
wasn't implying that.
Okay. Your face was.
Yeah, it was.
Like just dumb, weird shit. Like,
What was the question?
like strange or unconventional skill. Like we're talking like they're really good at claw machines or something, or like peel an orange in one go perfectly or something like something really
Why
dumb,
did
but
you
you
vi-
would find it.
Why did you visualize the claw machine but not peeling an orange?
I don't know. Peeling an orange is sort of, there's no big movements for it. How are you peeling an orange?
Not like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't do
That's how
it.
you like flamboyantly wrap a present. Not a,
Oh, I didn't realize it was flamboyant.
Oh, it was
That's how I
flamboyant.
do wrap a present.
um,
But you have to be impressed or attractive.
I'm trying to think historically what I've been. I've dated like really good singers. That was really impressive.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Actually, that's a
Yeah.
good one. That's not really unconventional.
No,
Yeah,
strange.
no.
that's very conventionally attractive,
Mm.
I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Those are always thinkers, man.
I'd probably actually be impressed with a lot of weird skills. Like
Hmm.
if she just whipped out like super juggling or something, I'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, something is like completely pointless, but you've had to put in the time to learn it.
Yeah.
Maybe like I think especially
Darts.
nowadays, like manual, like driving manual. I think that would be
Oh, yeah.
impressive.
That's You're saying like we've moved far along
Yeah, like I think
far enough along for that to be
most
unconventional.
people don't learn on a
in
manual
Australia.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it speaks to a past.
What about like a Rubik's cube?
No, doesn't do anything for me.
Adam's not impressed.
No,
I've
with the
dated girls
Rubik's
who've
Cube.
done like gymnastics. That always impressed me.
That
Again,
is-
I don't think that's
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
unconventional.
not niche.
I think every guy is impressed
Help
with
me
that.
out. I'm trying to throw this guy a bone. I haven't dated anyone who's good at claw machines. Sorry.
Yeah. Stumped.
Yeah, stumped.
Next.
All right.
Yep.
I'll give you another dating one. What are some dating red flags that you've ignored and been wrong to ignore them?
Yes. It was actually one of your points to the red flag question in the last one, or maybe the one before.
Yeah.
Was the partying drug use.
Oh, yeah.
Ignored that because it was past. But little did I know there was lingering ongoings.
Sure.
Like reminiscing.
Yeah.
Say vegan. Being a vegan.
You dated a vegan?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was going to say, there's no way you would have done that. Okay.
No way. Not a chance. But you're right. That is a very good point. That is a bad one to ignore.
I dated a vegan.
Did you? And you're no longer together?
Yeah, but not because of a veganness. It was fine. Just saying I did. I'm open-minded, you know?
It's definitely because of that.
Very progressive.
Yeah, I'm a very progressive guy.
But was that a red flag and you should have?
No, I didn't care. No, that wasn't a red flag and
Okay.
whatever. She wasn't like one of those like, you know, you have to be a vegan too sort of vegans.
Not one of those, there's 10 urinals and they walk up right to the one next to you to tell you they're a vegan.
Yeah, no. She was pretty chill.
I thought just like because it's a power move.
Yeah.
I have made that move before. I swear to God, recently. Like
Really?
this is down in Melbourne, so this is Wednesday. Long line of urinals. Straight, like the guy was at the second one. I'm like, what am I going to walk down to the sixth?
Straight to the first?
Straight there.
Yeah. I do that a lot with.
And also, I beat him to the stream, so he was standing there, hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Beat him there.
Nice. I do that a lot.
That's
a big thing.
You could have ruined that guy's day.
Yeah.
This is after my speech as well, so I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's who I am.
Was that guy like 65? The poor bloke? He's struggling.
Yeah, he's probably having prostate issues, but I don't care.
He was waiting for the second round. Like he'd already.
He might have been hoping that I stood next to him. Just,
Good, eh?
Gotta hope that guy comes over here.
And now we wait. He's been there for 2 hours. He's dangling the carrot.
So how does this work? Do you piss first? Do I piss first?
I was going to say I do that a lot in like really busy bathrooms. So like if you're like at a convention or something and there's like the little intermission and then it's super busy, long line out the door. And then people get up to it and people don't want to go in the one right between two other people. And I'm like, I'm fucking skipping the line to do that. Like, if you want to wait,
yeah, no, that's, yeah.
If you want to wait
go.
to lock yourself in a cubicle to pee.
Yeah. No. Did you make conversation?
No, I never make conversation.
No, okay.
Unless I'm drunk. And that's how long ago that would have been.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah.
Hey.
Let me give you a date.
Sorry. I was going to say not being able to drive would be mine.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's one that you forgive when you're like 20. And then when you're anything after about 23, it's like, come on.
Yeah. I've had 2, Bridie and Catherine. So
Losers.
Wow.
but I taught one how. So if we bridged it.
No, red flag. Get her out of there. Pick a new wife.
Call it off. No, she's good. She's an absolute beast.
I know she's good.
No, I'm driving.
Oh, right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Ladam, you got anything?
What about
I've got about 4 million.
What about like sucking at driving?
I think you say just
I was about
sucking.
to say that too. What the fuck?
I was like, I didn't know it was that kind of podcast.
You call that a red flag, Phil?
She doesn't suck.
No, I'm talking not driving at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bad driving, I think that's too common for that to be a red flag. You just got to live with it.
My dating pool is small.
Yeah. I don't care.
All right,
Not much
moving
to
on.
add here, gents.
All right. The one that annoyed me recently, that like or semi-recently, I don't know if you've seen people talking about like man hating, but like, oh, but I don't hate you. I just hate men. I'm in my man hating era.
Ugh.
But like, you're not like that. I ignored that. Shouldn't have. Like, so silly.
There's a term for that.
Tell me.
I think it's. Is it misandry?
Sure.
Is that the
Look
term?
it up.
But it was so because I ignored that. Because again, you know, I enjoyed her company. She's very pretty, lovely, whatever. But there were a couple of other ones that I ignored again, and then the last one I was just done.
Mhm.
So it was this again, semi recently. My brother was in hospital, And, not like he's fine.
Mhm.
But the first question anyone would ask is, oh, is he all right? Everything okay? Didn't ask. Very weird.
Yeah.
And this was
Big
after
red flag.
we went on 2 dates and, 2 dinners, 2 separate desserts. She never said thank you. I'm okay paying for everything, but I brought it up. I was like, I just want to be clear. We haven't had a money talk. You haven't said thank you this whole time. Profuse apology. So it was fine. Then the brother thing happened. And then I was late coming back from, I think it was in like Canberra or Wollongong or something. Like I had some work somewhere and we were going to meet that night. And I was like, oh, look, I'm really sorry. I'm still in meetings. I'm not going to be able to make it back tonight. And rather than like, oh, you had such a long day, whatever. She was like, maybe you're not the guy I thought you were. It's like, blocked. Like, no.
Wow.
It
That's
annoys
a
me
big
that it
one.
took 3.
It is misandry is the term.
Misandry.
Misandry means
Ms? As in the Ms?
Misandry?
dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against men.
So is this like the opposite of misogyny?
Yes.
Ah,
So
Interesting.
the fact that you said that if they're saying it's men, but you're not like that, if they said that
Yeah.
to you, you're absolutely like that. So that's already a red flag.
Yeah, and really, I should have. But
Anything that they hate
yeah.
about men is you.
like
Come
I
on.
wouldn't have told. Like we make a lot of
Is he
jokes.
so
but if-
masculine?
He's so masculine.
Yeah.
Listen to his voice.
6'4".
He's Gaston.
Turn the
Look at
video
him.
off and listen to his voice.
Just clip that for the short. Beautiful. Yeah, like you wouldn't put up with it if like we make jokes, but if someone had a genuine racial prejudice or a genuine like sexist, ageist, whatever, you wouldn't put up with it.
No.
So I should have called it there, but I didn't. So there you go. I got 2 more. How many more have we got?
I've got a couple. I feel like
I've actually got a couple. Yeah. So here you go.
Oh, you want to keep going?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. No. As in, sorry. I've got a couple more.
Okay, yeah, I've got a couple.
Let's go.
So this one's a little bit of a long one. So, okay, a button appears in front of you for the next hour, okay? And then after that, disappears forever.
While we're in this room?
never
or-
comes back. Let's say tomorrow, right?
Okay.
We're all, it's Sunday, doing your own thing. A button appears. Every time you press the button, $10,000 appears in your bank account. But it's taken from someone selected at random from your Facebook friends list.
Oh.
How many times do you press the button in the hour? The same person cannot be selected twice. So the max damage you can do to someone is 10K.
I'm telling you right now, this is bad that I already know. Let's say
I
I've
know
got
too.
800 friends.
Yeah.
I'm pressing
There's
800
times.
times and I'm giving about 150 people their money back.
Yeah.
You can't give the money back.
Why not?
That's just the rule.
That's the rule of the question. It's smart.
Like ever?
No.
So you know that I took 10,000 of your dollars.
I don't know. I come to you and I'm like, bro, fucking worst week ever. Open my bank
Oh,
account and
no.
10K is gone.
That's rough.
Yeah. And you'd just be like, oh no, buddy. Oh. But then I also, if I talk to, let's say, Ethan, and Ethan's like, man, it's the weirdest thing. Like,
Yeah, I would immediately be like, yeah, me too. Oh, man, both my apartments are paid off. Oh, this sucks. Yeah.
So how much are you making?
So I can't even buy you enough dinners to take it back.
You can't repay it.
in any way.
But
What if it's like a family member though? Like surely you would be paying for things.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Anyway.
but you're not like you can't go out of your way to
Can't do extra to make up for the money.
10 grand. Yeah.
See, I feel like I would
Like you can buy me a birthday present, right? And maybe it can be a really nice one, but you can't just like Foster, here's 10 grand.
But
Yeah, you see,
I'm
I
gonna
would
be-
I would get there. I would get to the 10K plus.
You think you would?
I would.
I find it odd that you're like, I'm going to repay you, but you'd still take it. You still press that button.
Yeah, well, if I could avoid you and the fam and stuff otherwise. But like,
it's random.
because Facebook came out when we were in like high school,
You got
I
a
got
lot of
so
there's
people.
a lot of people I
Yeah,
don't care
There's
about.
a lot of people. Yeah.
And I'd rather have $10,000 than some basically stranger.
Yeah.
Mm,
yeah,
it's either 800 times or 0.
Oh,
It's
really?
not. It's not a.
Mm.
It's not any
It's
number
no
in
arbitrary
between.
number.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but I think there's definitely people in that list where you're like, like whatever, like you probably don't.
What if they don't have it?
Well, that's the thing. You don't know. Then it
So
just
they're in
becomes
10 grand
then
debt?
they're in debt. Yeah.
In fairness,
Fuck, yeah.
that's pretty funny. That then
That's-
becomes pretty amusing.
Yeah. So when we're talking
Ruining
about high
some guy's
school,
credit
I
score.
probably think that there's some few people on my friends list that probably don't have $10,000 in cash.
Yeah. Probably.
They're in debt.
So how many times you're pressing it every time? You're maxing out at the
So
button?
I just want to clarify again, because what if like all my family members, $10,000
If you're
gone?
Facebook friends with them, 10K
yeah, 10K gone.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be really rich.
Yeah.
If I do the whole lot.
Yeah.
So like, can I take them out on a big holiday or something?
No.
But I would do that anyway if I was really rich, though. It's not because I've taken 10 grand from them. It's because I've taken 10 grand from everyone else.
But I think maybe what you're not appreciating is that like they might start to piece together where the
10 grand
where the
went.
wealth has come from. Yeah.
Well, how would they do that?
Well, they'd be
They
like,
probably know
every
people that
single
I know
person
on
in our
Facebook,
family
and
has
it's like,
lost
and they're
10
like,
grand.
oh,
Yeah, but then
everyone's
I'll just be
lost-
saying I've lost 10 grand.
And then you're trapped in a lie.
and then you can't take them on a big holiday.
Living in a
because
whole
you're
ton of
not
lies, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What's
no,
new?
No. I've got them all mapped out. It's fine.
I know it's
That's tough.
you guys all think my name's Elijah.
It's really Eli.
It's true.
Yeah, the rebrand has
It's not worked.
been pretty successful.
That's a tough
I
one.
don't know,
man.
so
I like
if
it.
I'm like,
I
I'm
liked
just
it.
guessing at my friends list, by the way. I just keep using the number 800. I don't know how many it actually is. But that's $8 million.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Why you
And
guys
10
just-
grand, that's not that hard for someone that's
But
got a
in-
good job. And
Yeah, but it's like
it's
Why
not
don't
it's
you
not,
give me 10 grand right now, Phil? How about that?
Hey?
If it's not that much, how about you just give me 10 grand?
I'm not saying it's not that much. I'm
That's
just
exactly
saying
what you were just saying. That's
I'm just
verbatim
saying-
what you were just saying.
No, I'm just saying, if you make 8 million,
Mm.
and each individual has lost 10 grand,
Mm.
will it change their life as much as it's changed yours?
Sure, no. Yeah, and again, most of them I don't care about.
Do you have a funny story about that? I had like close to 2,000 Facebook friends, and half of them I didn't even know, because it was like when I was DJing and people would just add you. I've been slowly but surely culling Facebook friends, and I've been using,
And
because
that's
it's
going
very
to cost you millions
What
of dollars
AI
in this
have you been
scenario. That
using?
sucks.
No, I haven't been using an AI, but I've been because it's difficult to like find people and be like, oh, do I know this person? I've been using birthday reminders. So
Yeah, nice.
every day it's like 3 people's birthday. I'm like, well, happy birthday. You're no longer my friend. You're no longer my friend. And I'm down to like 900 or something. So I've culled
Good system.
9 mil.
half of them. $9 million I've culled.
Yeah. You lost out.
But like, if I still had all of those, that would
Then
have been
you're
$9
really
million
doing it,
I
yeah.
wouldn't have cared about.
And
I would have just,
that gives you a lot of buffer.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would have just done
Does.
it half the number of my friends. Boom,
Yeah.
press that button.
I don't know
Okay,
what I
hold
would
on.
do.
Are you criminally responsible?
Well, no, I don't think so.
No.
Oh, well then
But you know.
it's fine. No, I don't care.
Okay. So you're taking 10 grand from
I'll
everyone.
do it. No, I'll find a way to pay him back. Yeah.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
find a way.
No, really. Like, your birthday present's going to be a Rolex or something. And I'm like, just-
Okay. So you're maxing the button out.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'll probably max out the button.
Maxing?
Oh, I feel like a piece of shit just saying that.
I'm calling it right now. You guys wouldn't have said you're maxing it out if I hadn't have been the bad guy.
It's true.
Ladder might have.
I'd probably, I'd press it.
You'd roll the dice.
I reckon I would press it 50 times.
Okay.
I've just checked. I've got about 560 friends
Mhm.
on Facebook. I reckon there's like, enough separation between them where, 1 in 10, you could probably
Yeah.
get away with it.
No, I'm smacking all of them. They're all getting it.
Yeah.
I might still do the 50% tactic.
How many are you doing?
I'd max it out.
There you go.
Huge.
Yeah. As much of his nefarious as his moustache would indicate. Look at him.
What for you would be too much money?
10 grand, I think, is right.
You think that's the upper
the
limit?
number.
That's the threshold?
number.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, okay. So if it's like
20,
15,
20 I wouldn't do it.
And then
Yeah.
inverse, like if it was only $1,000, would you guys
maxing it
you just-
out, 100%.
and smash that thing? Okay.
Probably more than 50 times.
I'd probably add more people just before I press the button. Who's likely to accept my friend request within the next hour? Send.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right.
That's
was
Who's
great.
next?
That's a great question.
I got a one that is back in this room. For 1 week, you have to swap lives with someone in this room, and you get their job, their home, their daily routine. Who do you choose?
Foster, what do you do?
Oh,
I really like this
So-
podcast studio. There's
But
some.
who do you choose? That's like the first part. But then, what's the first thing you
Hold
would
on.
do
Do
in
I
their
do I
life?
become like you guys? Like, do I look like you guys?
Or do you just like? Is it like a wife swap?
Well, I mean, you can imagine it either way. Well, you want to be. Oh, I don't want to be shorter. No, you become them. You become them because
I'd go to rack 150 on the bench, and then I'd try to lift it and then die. Oh, Swift, you idiot!
Such a nerd.
Foster, couldn't you just go to the gym more than once a week? Look what you've done.
I think you have to become them because it has to blend in with their life, right? Because
So
you're going to
you-
their job, so everyone has to think that it's still the person.
So you like assume their body and like
yeah, it becomes a different
you
question
absorb their
then, though, right?
consciousness.
Let's say you stay in your own body, but everyone thinks you're like, if you became me, everyone still thinks it's Phil and they don't see the difference because we're exactly the same, basically.
Perfect illusion.
Okay. Do like if you're doing the week after that, do those people have to live with the choices you've made?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I make an ass
my
of myself
second-
at synagogue, you're gonna get kicked out?
Because I didn't. Because I didn't.
Shalom, fellow Jews.
Because the second part is like, what's the first thing you would do in their life that you know they would never do themselves?
To be fair, like of the three of us, Eli going into the synagogue is probably the most convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did we decide? Am I going in Adam's body or am I going in like me?
Surely
It doesn't matter because either way, everyone around his life are going to recognize you as Adam still.
No, I reckon you have to. I reckon doing the body is more interesting. Like I think
You're going
just,
full polyjuice potion.
Yeah,
you literally
yeah.
become the person.
Yeah.
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 Do I have to do the mannerisms?
I mean, you already can.
Well,
so
Well, hang
Yeah.
on. That's a great question. Yes, because you will get suspected of like being weird for that week. Well, you don't have to.
All right, I'm going to ask very gently then. Would anyone be upset with me sleeping with their girlfriends?
yes,
Yes.
Oh, boys, come on.
Go for your
You
life.
asked the
I'm
question,
single.
Phil.
I'm single. Go for your life.
Sure? Damn it.
Does everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
does
Well, yes, but
It's not even cheating. Come
yes,
on.
but we don't have a say. Like
The-
this is
the person
this
that,
is someone.
Respect your wishes.
No, this
Probably.
is someone coming. This is someone coming to you and saying you have to do this for a week, and you can't tell us.
the person that you swap with, do they have to get your life for a week?
Or
is
are
it
they
just
just, are
like-
they just in bed
Nah,
freezing
Or are they
time?
in the frozen bed? Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter
cryo
because
for a
they
week.
get to choose a different person.
Okay. All right. So we all swap. It's like Freaky
Yeah,
Friday.
Fridays.
I'm telling you right now, you guys should all pick me. I'm just being
I was
real.
going to ask, is
My-
Eli going to be offended
My
if
life
anyone
for a
doesn't
week
pick him?
is pretty good. For
Yeah,
any longer than
don't-
that, you're probably sick of it.
Don't it all work? Just
I don't do
hang
anything.
around, go to the gym,
Yeah,
live in Bondi,
it'll be a very
be
good
really
week.
tall, pick
Yeah.
up.
But then I'd probably want to get out of it. There's no fulfillment.
I think
but it's
our
pretty fun.
girlfriends would be upset at us being Eli for a week. It would be the other way
Yeah, that would
around.
be.
What
That'd
should
be-
I have for dinner tonight? Steak or an entire chicken?
Those are exactly the choices I make every night. Yeah,
I'm obviously choosing steak.
Yeah, steak. Yeah. If it's your wallet too.
it is.
Yeah. Well,
You're welcome.
easy.
Yeah, I think for a week, like there's no
Just
break.
so I
I
can-
think you should choose me.
Yeah, just so I can feel the effects of
me.
I think you should. I don't know who I'd
so I
want.
can feel the effects of crippling debt for a week. That'd be great.
Yeah.
It's really not that crippling.
All right, just debt then.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty good.
also feel like it's a tough question for me to answer because I don't really know enough about your lives to.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
Adam
to
said, "What do you
answer.
do? What do you
Yeah.
do?"
Yeah.
You're not the mushroom farmer, are you?
No.
No. No, I remember the mushroom
taking it.
farmer.
Not in this timeline. No, I work for Amazon for the next 5 days.
Hence the Jeff Bezos
Yeah,
comment
Jeff
earlier.
Bezos comment. Yeah.
Personally hired you.
Yeah, no, but work for Amazon. I live in Erskineville. I am engaged to a woman I've known for like 10 years. Have been betrothed for like 2. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I hang out with this guy a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh well, I'm taking it. I'm taking Fozzes.
I
Hang
think
out
that's a
with Eli
mistake.
more.
I think it's a mistake. Fo's on a
Nah.
better life trajectory. If you wanted to
I'm-
swap lives full time, I'm not advocating me.
I'd take
No,
Eli's
no.
life for a week.
I would
For a week.
Yeah,
For a week, I'm good.
For a week, I'd do you as
Rock
well.
up at
Eli.
work, do nothing.
You don't even have to rock up.
I think it'd be pretty good too.
We're all-
For
we're all
legal purposes,
choosing-
I'm kidding. All my co-workers watch this. I work very hard. I'm killing it.
We're all-
75% year-on-year growth.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all choosing Eli, aren't we?
I don't know who I'm choosing. I really don't. Anyone want to bid? Should I be anyone?
Well, it's I really respect that I don't know anything about you, so it's either Eli or Adam, and I'd probably be too scared of ruining things with Adam's synagogue, so I would.
You're only going to improve my standings in
Yeah.
pretty much
Exactly.
every
We can
social
only
setting.
benefit Eli's
I'd be
situation.
I'd be doing him a favor, I think.
He'd come back after the week and like his bed would be made, and he's like, what the hell is this?
What is that lack of smell?
Like, who's installed the Google Home?
You're letting the stank out. So that's what color my shower tiles are.
The change for him sitting in that chair and not Milad will make a much worse joke than that and then be like, anyways. I'm like, shut up, that joke sucked. I
You
miss him
miss
so
him.
much.
No,
I
I
do. I
miss him
do.
so much.
And the more you criticize him, the more the viewers will hate me. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, maybe that's what I want.
I think it'll just be the more they love him.
well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. And this
I think they'll appreciate you.
and this poor attempt to replicate what he brings to this group.
got a proper cult
You
following.
bring your own thing. It's good.
We'll see. We'll see.
You can five
maybe get me
chairs
back.
fit in here, Phil?
I don't
Well,
have
I can
5
sit on the
channels
floor.
or
It'll be fine.
mics.
Just me stand there.
Take a knee. I stand behind Elijah, stroking his shoulders.
Someone has to.
Milad's a big guy, Foz. You can sit on his lap. You guys can share a
Yeah,
mic.
Could work.
He doesn't talk that much. Maybe
Okay.
that's why people
But
like
when he
him.
does,
Yeah, maybe.
He's pretty silent.
When he does.
When he
Oh,
does.
boy.
All right, I've got one. All right, I'll give you 5 more years, and then you have to be completely celibate, and that includes like no IVF, nothing, or you have to roll 2 dice. Right, one of them is every religion in the world. You roll that dice. That's what religion you have to be for the rest of your life. Next dice is 10-sided, 1 through 10. That's how serious you have to be about that religion. So completely random religion and random level of seriousness that you have to adopt from today, or 5 more years of normality, then completely celibate.
No more kids.
No more kids, but no more sex either.
It's a 10-sided dice.
10-sided. So
What's-
it's 1 through 10. That's how serious you got to be about whatever random religion you get.
what's a 5 or a 6 on the scale? Like I'm assuming 10
Okay,
is
let's,
like
say, let's just say because it's like let's say Catholic.
Yeah.
5 is you go to church.
10 like you're joining a crusade. Is that like
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
10? What's
yeah,
the
10
most extreme?
You know what? Like as
And you're trying to convince everyone around
like
you to be
Flanders
Catholic.
is like an 8.5, 9.
Yeah, I know a lot about Flanders.
she's just very devout?
Very devout. Or, let's be honest, you could get a, 2 out of 10 Protestant and you just don't have to do anything.
There's still a chance.
That's just vaguely believing in it.
Mm.
Like
So it's
1
like-
is
so it's
like
like-
pretty much nothing.
Okay.
Like 1 is you don't even go to church on Christmas.
Ah,
So you could luck out.
do I?
Yeah, I'd probably roll that dice to be honest.
I'm rolling the
Really?
dice.
I'd roll the
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get 10 out of 10
Yeah.
Mormon. Oh, no. Like your life could be more ruined, but I think that the odds are better.
Yeah.
Mm.
There is a chance.
Mm.
There is a chance. The 5 years is like a known, guaranteed thing.
And by the way, you have to live as that religion. You don't get to just magically adopt that. Like it's against your actual beliefs.
You've got to work on it, and you have
Yeah.
to.
Like you get a 8 out of 10
And-
Muslim. You're not actually suddenly
And it's
have
and
that
it's
faith.
still you, right?
Yeah, you're the same
From,
person.
from one day to the
Yes.
next, you've suddenly become that, and you have to tell everyone
Oh yeah,
that you've become super serious.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Which
Tom
dice would
Cruise
you-
still has a life outside of Scientology, so
Which dice would you roll first? What like you're nervously about to do it? Which one do you do
it
first?
doesn't matter. There's no.
I'd be.
Yeah, which one do you roll first?
I'd roll a number first. I'd be like, all right, how bad is this going?
Because if it's a 1, then you'd be like,
Yeah,
check
no,
roll the next.
weirdly, I'd want to do religion first. I'd want to know like kind of what flavor
Yeah.
And then
okay,
how long
can't-
how long would you wait for the serious dice?
Straight away.
Yeah, I mean, you can't
Rip
yeah.
the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I'd wait
would
50
you give
years.
yourself 10 minutes of being
I'd take
like,
a
all right,
breath.
fuck.
I'd take a breath, but then I'd be getting nervous.
That's good. That's a good one. Anyone else got any?
Yeah, I got one.
I'm out of questions.
Oh, no, I was waiting to hear your answer.
I'd roll a dice.
Okay.
Is Judaism one of them?
Yeah, Judaism's
Yeah.
still one of them, so you could
But you'd
still
have to
technically.
change.
Or is it
Big.
like,
That's big.
is one of the
Even
options,
if it's a 1,
is one
you're
of the
still
options
no
atheist?
longer.
And then
Yeah.
you've effectively got.
Oh, so you've actually got a 1 in however many of just.
It's okay. It's in proportion of likelihood by the world's religion.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, but what? But no, then atheist is like, oh, actually, world. Yeah, okay.
World religion.
Okay. God, could you imagine if you got the 10 atheists, you just become like Richard Dawkins?
Yeah, that'd be a pain as well. Honestly, I kind of
Yeah.
wouldn't want that.
You're just like, shut up.
Yeah,
Just live and let live. Okay, come on.
I think the number dice is the worst part
It
of
is.
it.
It absolutely is. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. If you're a 1 or 2 on any of them, it's fine.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
probably a 1 or 2 of multiple right now,
Mm.
or at least a 1.
you're a definite one.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
definitely more than a 1 Buddhist for sure.
Yeah, probably.
You line up my beliefs.
You're not more than a 2 though.
Not more than a 2.
No.
No.
All right, so let's say your length of life is predetermined. So you know it's written in the stars that you're going to die at 85 or whatever. But you have to guess at that number. Now, what I'm going to offer you is how many years would you take off your life to stay at the same cognitive and physical level you are right now?
But you don't know what that number is.
Yeah, but theoretically, if your like fate is to get hit by a bus in 5 years, and you're like, well, I'll take 10 years off my life because I think I'm going to live to 85, you will
die
drop
now.
dead right away.
But it's like, I'd just leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not at my physical peak.
Hold on, if someone off, no, it's at physical, like,
Because you're not trading any. Like, it's an unknown and an unknown. Like, you're controlling.
all I'm saying is you've got the same physical capabilities. So it's just like,
You don't.
any deterioration of
wither,
joints,
yeah.
muscle, brain, anything doesn't. Dude, surely you would take a year off your life.
Sorry, but like,
Oh, wait.
what do you mean? Like, there's no physical decline from when? Like
Right now.
Oh, from now.
Right now.
What, forever?
For the rest
What
of your
about
life.
in your
For 1
What
year.
about in your
Yeah.
looks?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what I mean.
Oh, then yeah.
in your
okay.
looks.
Your looks, you can choose if you want to age extremely well or not at all.
Yeah, I'd rather, because it'd be weird.
I'll
being
let you
80.
age extremely well, but your actual like.
But you only have to take 1 year to get.
No. I'm
that
saying
until-
I'm saying how many years would you take off the end of your life, but you've got to guess when that's going to be.
Oh,
Because you can probably sit here and go, oh, I'm probably going to die at 85.
Yeah, so you're right. I would
And
just say
you might
1
take
year,
10.
and then I get
No,
the whole lot. or-
but I'm saying what's the max? Because if I say 5, would you take 5?
Man over here.
Yeah.
Let him speak.
5?
I'll take 5.
10? I'd probably take 10.
What if it's off your Facebook friends?
That's fine. Thanasu's copping it.
At random.
I killed my dad.
Oh, 5 or 10.
I think I'd do 10.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in between because I'm hesitant on 10, but I'm like
'Cause
5.
also-
Ten's too
give it
much.
to me.
10's too much.
Well, you get the
The last 5 years of your life, let's say average for a Australian male, which is what, like 72? It's older than that, right?
It's closer
average
to
Australian
80.
male is like 81, I
Oh,
thought.
81.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Oh, that's great.
And especially that's when you're
a
born.
long
So
way.
when you're 30,
Yeah.
now the average is like 85, almost 90.
Oh, surely like 85 to 90, you're not.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, you're right because like the last 5 years,
And that's
you're either going to
average.
be
That's
real
average
old
as
and
well.
withered,
Yeah.
or you just die 5 years sooner, but you're feeling great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the back 10 off, hoping that I'm going to live to 85.
I'll take
Yeah.
the back 5.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
someone offered you 7, not doing it.
Are you trying to talk me up to 10?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk you up. I'm trying. That's
But-
the question: is
but-
how many can we actually get you?
To do.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
'Cause-
7. Not 8, though.
Done.
7's the cutoff.
7's
I was
cut off.
thinking splitting 5 and 10 as well, so it's like 7 or 8.
Feels about right.
Adam.
5.
He's,
No, I'm taking the full 10.
he's going to have a good retirement.
And what are you choosing in terms of aging?
Yeah, I'd age like facially, like just
Yeah. Because you don't want
slow,
to weirdly
low,
be
low.
an 80-year-old.
married
looking
to
like
a,
this.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'd age really well, but your like physical joints and shit, they're just remaining youth. What if your thing is looking real jacked though? What if you want to keep that?
I definitely would. Physically, I wouldn't change at all. I'm just saying, like through face and stuff.
So not even like
Just a lot of graying and a lot of
Grey
I just get a
hairs?
bit of grey, and it's like,
Grey
dude, you're
hairs.
still fucking yoked at 70. Yeah.
how's your skin so
I
smooth?
don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Moisturizer.
Pilates sometimes.
look like Master Roshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Foster's got a question ready.
I've got one. Okay, so what domestic or mundane task do you reckon that you're in the top 1% of
None.
in terms of like, for you, it's nothing.
Top 1%.
Yeah, what do you reckon you're like really good at? And we're talking world population. So like, most people have to do it in their day-to-day life, but you're like, I'm really good at this.
Domestic or mundane task.
How domestic?
Like ironing or like making a bed or like something like kind of like a chore or just something very generic that you've done a lot, but you're like, I do this well. Got anything?
Top 1? No.
Nah,
Top 10? Okay, top 10.
I don't even think I've got anything.
let's
In
break it open.
the
Okay.
cooking cleaning department, no.
I would
let's say
like-
you exclude professionals. So like professional cooks, like chefs, cleaners, anyone that does it for a living, they're not counted.
I'm going to say seasoning and spicing food.
Okay.
Oh, it's very specific.
That's a niche.
Mm.
Okay.
The reason I'm asking like how domestic, because is it like putting together furniture? Because I'm fucking good at that. Or is it
Yeah,
like
that's
driving?
No, that's a great example. That I think both could be perfectly acceptable. Like things that you do in your day-to-day life that you're like, I actually think I'm really, really good at this, but you would have no actual reference frame
Parking.
for it.
Cable management.
Parking.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Hey-
parking, definitely.
Cable management, Phil.
Yeah. Oh,
I see a lot of cables in this room.
yeah.
Too many?
I'd like to
Don't
be,
make him
but
self-conscious.
I'm not. Look behind you. Look at the cables for the.
God, okay, yeah, I take it all back.
What are you up there for,
You've even
Foss?
got
What
like
are
the
you-
little runners as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hectic. I reckon bed making.
Really?
Yeah, specifically that time freezing bed. But yeah,
Sure.
You're like hotel level?
the full 45-degree hospital corner, like I nail it. Yep, really good.
30 centimeter.
Do I make my bed? No, full disclosure. But
You have the
And are
ability.
you saying 1 or 10?
no, I reckon top 10. I
10.
think top 1 is probably.
I'll take parking for 1.
Too difficult to field. You'll take top 1% of parking.
That's cooked.
Whoa.
I'll do it.
Are you using like assist?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Any car.
Any car.
Mm.
Okay. Are you using
'Cause,
reverse?
like-
Are you using a reverse camera?
Because like any car,
or are
meaning,
you just vibing?
yeah,
Are
if
you
the
just
car
sending
has
it
a
back?
camera, I'll use it, but
Yeah.
so can everyone else. And if the car doesn't, I won't use one, and
And so
nobody
okay,
else.
okay. So like even playing field. Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Can I ask why you're so good?
Probably not even that good, but
You just think you are.
No, come
Just-
on, you're very good.
used to work at car dealerships, so we'd
Oh, so okay.
back cars in
Yeah.
everywhere.
Okay. Cool. So seasoning
Seasoning
specifically
and
meat
spicing.
or
No,
just food?
all
Any
food,
food?
all food.
Okay. And why?
Why do I think I'm good at that?
Yeah. Why do you back yourself?
Because I've never, not recently, cooked a meal where it hasn't been seasoned and spiced impeccably.
Okay. Self-rating? Like you've gone
Self-rating,
like,
and I can get testimonials.
I was
Okay,
going to say
okay.
I'd vouch.
Okay. So maybe-
if I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can get Adam to spice everything that I cook, I would.
do I retain that ability if I swap with you for a week?
Yes.
Then maybe I'll swap with you. That sounds good.
Cook yourself food.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Just ruin every other meal that I have for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. What are you doing?
What, the skill thing?
Yeah, top 10.
Dude,
We've brought in the domestic. It doesn't have to be laundry.
Yeah.
because we know you
You-
suck
and
at
like
that.
driving, you're pretty good driving.
yeah, I don't think I'd give myself top 1.
10,
What about like
In terms of safety, maybe?
maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think everyone overrates a lot of these skills.
Absolutely. Me
Yeah,
saying-
totally. But that's
me
the
saying
point. That's the
parking
point. I
at
want to know
1%,
what
yeah.
skill you overrate.
Clearly, it's not tying its shoes.
Yeah, I can walk around with untied shoes pretty comfortably. Yeah. No, No, I mean, I can think of work ones.
What
I can
about,
think of
what about like carrying like lots of shopping or something, or like
Oh, the shopping bags from the car to
carrying
the
lots
house.
of shopping. I don't know what's giving you the sense that I'd be any good at that. No, I mean, sure. Like, I understand I'm in the top 1% of athleticism,
I would
but
say
that's not like a skill.
I've got
It's not
another one
niche.
to add.
Yeah.
Organizing the fridge.
that's okay.
Fridge organization.
Mm.
Our female listeners are getting very excited over here.
I'm only 5'10", by the way.
Ugh, cut that out.
Let me just mark that in the track.
No, I can think of a couple, but like,
Let's hear it.
not to. No,
We don't want to hear them.
no, I don't think you want to hear them.
Take
Are
it
they
offline.
really domestic?
They're in the home.
But they can only be done at night. So we know
And by myself.
Super strength.
Once again, under the cover of darkness.
with a mask on.
Usually,
yeah. All right.
No, I can think of some, but I don't think they're in the niche household sort of ones.
So you're gonna leave us in suspense.
I'm going to leave you in suspense.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Any more?
I've got a couple of stories that we've got to go through.
Okay.
Are you guys out?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
out.
questions.
You are useless.
Those are great.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
we only
going
had-
to
we only had 6
actually
weeks to prepare.
one more.
Yeah, Foz, let's finish it up with
do
this
that
one.
one.
Okay.
Well, this is a question-y one, but this is more of a question. Go.
So you can outsource a bodily function for other people, right? So you can do somebody else's bodily functions for them, right?
Wait, you're doing it, or you're getting rid of your own?
So I think we can go in either direction, but the first like thought I had here was it's like a service that you provide for other people, right?
Bodily function.
Yeah. So like,
Give me the example.
sleeping, eating,
Oh.
shitting.
Yeah, okay.
So what service are you offering, and what hourly rate are you charging to provide that service
For somebody else.
for someone else?
So when I'm eating for someone else, it's not filling me up.
it fills up them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do eating.
Yeah, but it's going to be different. So my eating rate would be very different to my crapping rate.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Maybe Eli's in the top 1% of shitting.
But what are you charging? What are you charging?
My eating charge would be nothing.
Yeah, my eating charge
do
is
it
pretty
free.
low.
But so you're just eating
Constantly.
constantly, right?
Yeah, but it's not filling me up. So
You
it
don't
doesn't
get
matter.
any nutrition from it, and you don't get any monetary benefit from
But
it.
you still taste it, and you're getting 0 calories.
So let's say 9 to 5, you're eating food for everyone else.
Yeah.
You still have to go home and have dinner. You
Yeah.
still have to
Yeah,
have
I'll
breakfast.
charge
before.
a full-time salary. Brilliant.
To eat
I'll
for
eat
people.
for 8 hours, have a
Yeah, but
half-hour break where I
think
eat
no
for
one's-
myself.
I think no one's paying you for that.
Yeah, no one's. I don't think
And
people
also,
are paying
I
for that.
think you're going to get exhausted. Like
Oh,
the
wait.
physical act of
Oh,
doing
sorry.
that.
Yeah, your
This is
jaws are
for
going to
one-
be.
This is for
cooked.
one person.
Mm.
It's as
What
much as
can
you
I-
want. You can make it a business.
But
You could do it 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, but Eli's right. Like,
All right. If
you-
I outsource peeing, do I get any relief, or am I just standing there?
There's no sensation of relief.
I'm just standing there.
It's
You'd be-
just
you'd just
You're
You're
at a
basic-
urinal for 8 hours.
basically-
you're on your feet. Yeah.
basically, Eli, you'd be peeing for the whole time that you're getting paid, but your bladder would still be filling up.
Yeah,
so
your
you'd
bladder's
have
I
to-
have to take a break to
yeah,
go and pee.
You'd have to
Yeah.
have a break
Okay.
And whatever.
from getting paid to relieve yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
You just sit there at the urinal hanging brain for 8 hours.
Yeah. It's worst ways to spend an afternoon. Okay.
And so you're in a urinal, just standing there.
Yeah. See, that wouldn't be the one I'd go for then.
Shroud down.
Like, okay, or that one would have to match what I'd get paid at work. Like that's
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have to, but you'd have
probably
to,
more. I'd prefer to just go to work.
but you'd have
than
to think
standing.
about what people would want to outsource.
You got to
Like-
think of like supply and demand, because I think there'd be a lot of people that would accept the peeing one for a lot less.
I would
think
outsource my own. So again, I haven't vomited in decades, but I would outsource it moving forward if that would ever happen again.
That's what I thought of. I was like, because it doesn't actually afflict people a lot, and I think they'd pay a fair bit to
I'd pay a lot.
just have that feeling be
Yeah.
over.
I would
Yeah.
outsource.
And you would do it for them, or you would outsource it?
No, as in like I think that's potentially. I think the ones that are like more uncomfortable, but like
Would be very lucrative.
But also, like, I don't get that like, not that I vomit a lot, but I don't get that grossed out by. But I know some people really do. Like, some people really hate
it's
it, and you
painful
feel
for me,
terrible.
'cause, like,
and,
yeah.
So some people can't tolerate
it's
it.
a high threshold. Like, I've probably vomited a lot more recently than you, but it's a very high threshold. Like, iron guts, and when it happens, it's because I'm like really sick.
Right.
I actually thought being sick
Violent.
could be the other one. Like if you're in like the throes of a really bad cold, you're just like, you know what? I'll do it. Like, give me 3 days and give me like 10K and I'll cop it for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 10K for a cold? Shit, yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
like-
there you
No
go.
one's paying that
Something,
though.
but no, you're right. But like, I think,
I think,
hey,
hey, some high performing professional that's got a fuck ton of money may do.
I was going
Sure,
to say,
but I think it's like it becomes more of like it's a supply and demand type thing. So
yeah.
it's like you go on and the lowest bidder is gonna probably take
That's
it
what I
out.
mean. You've got to
Yeah.
be, yeah.
Because
But
they
I
don't care.
believe-
They don't care about who does it. They just care that they don't have to do it.
I think we would be also surprised at people. I think there would be people that would outsource eating,
I think so too.
like really,
yeah,
There'll
definitely.
be
like-
people that outsource everything.
Yeah.
yeah, like competitive
But we-
bodybuilders that don't actually enjoy
None
eating.
of us,
I'll eat all that.
none
all
of
that shit
us
for
would
them.
be the lowest bidder though.
No, not for eating, especially.
Well, not for anything really.
Well, yeah, fair.
Like
I
it's going to be unskilled people that are going to be.
But if you had to do
Winning
one,
that.
what do you reckon you would?
annoying headaches.
Okay, you just
Oh,
cop
you
the
just
I
headache.
would cop the headache for 8 hours a day. I don't know.
Really?
Wow.
So I can cop runny
200 to
nose and cold symptoms. That's
But-
fine with me.
Imagine like
Also
yeah,
physical pain. I could
Okay.
could deal with
you just
injuries.
sit there in physical
Really?
pain. For
I could deal with like
What's the worst physical pain you've had?
heartbreak.
Not physical,
Physical, yeah.
not
No,
emotional.
you know what's a strange one? So I've had like my shoulder out many times. Not as bad as breaking fingers and toes. There's so many
Ooh,
nerves in your hands and feet. Very uncomfortable. But yeah, like having a rolled ankle is extremely uncomfortable. I'd still deal with it.
So like that's your limit though.
No. I mean, that's just an easy one that I'd be like, yeah, for a few
So
grand.
I would have outsourced after getting a titanium plate in my fibula. If I had outsourced that to you, that's not pleasant.
It's a weird flex.
But I'm just saying, like
Yeah, and also
the
then I
fi-
wouldn't be
that-
able to gym.
that
so maybe I
physical
wouldn't.
pain
Hmm.
was like, fuck, I do not want to do that again. Like that was the worst I'd ever had. Where I was like, that was
Mm.
the worst.
How much would you
time.
be charging for that, and how much would you be paying
Yeah, it
for
depends on
someone
how
to
much
take
money
that
I
pain
got.
away?
Depends on how much I
$10,000.
have. I've got 10,000.
Yeah, you've
I'd
just
be
taken
doing it on a
you've-
daily rate though. I wouldn't be doing.
Yeah, you wouldn't be doing the whole
Mm.
lot. So if I wanted to outsource the first 3 days of like
Of your
post
recovery,
waking up in hospital, yeah.
what would you pay? What's it worth to you?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's doing it for the price I would pay.
Would you
I was
consider?
going to say like $500 a day.
Nah.
Would you consider hangovers? a
Someone
bodily
would do
Yeah,
it.
function?
yeah, totally.
I reckon
How much would you pay to not have a hangover? For somebody else to cop it?
That's when it gets real.
personally,
I was
wouldn't-
telling the story that we edited out of the last one of my worst
Now
hangover.
everyone's
that you
going to
were
want to
there.
know.
I don't care. But that one, I was genuinely thinking this exact thing was like, what percentage of my net worth would I give to not feel like this? And it was like 25% of what I owned
Was that,
Oh,
to not
Jesus.
feel like this.
I'm
Wanaka?
charging that.
was that a Wanaka?
Yeah.
That would have been like $200 back then.
Yeah, it might have been a couple of grand. But like, yeah, I was not
Yeah.
a rich man. Like,
Yeah.
we were like 19, 20. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually thinking monetarily.
Yeah, that was
I'd take that. Probably.
I told that story on this podcast, but then deleted it because I'm like, I don't think people need to know
that was
this.
a morning.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
That's a
whole
good one.
town still isn't the same.
Now you've got stories, do you? Are they for fans?
No, they're not for fans. This is one that I got told that this guy justified this as, no, it's a white thing you wouldn't know. And we've got, a few different colors of white here. So I wanted your thoughts. This guy, in his 30s, was like driving a boat, his uncle's boat. The guy's in his 30s, the uncle's, 60. He, crashes a boat. I don't think he crashes a boat. He's doing something unsafe. The uncle pulls down his pants and spanks him.
He's 30.
30. And he's telling this story to this person who told me the story, not joking at all. And he's like, no, it's like a white thing. Like, white people still do that.
No, they do not.
No, they do not. I just want to be clear.
There's
That's
some things going on with that
insane.
uncle in him.
No.
bro.
Jesus.
I swear to God.
That's pretty weird.
That's, I don't know
No,
how to tell you.
that's fucked.
That's crazy. Grown man.
Did he just cop it?
Yeah. And he thinks it's a white thing. And I'm like, bro,
No.
who has gaslit you into thinking that?
Yeah, but if anything, Like, let's say it wasn't a spanking on the bare ass. Let's say it was like a slap in the face, which is also weird if your uncle did that for doing something unsafe. But I wouldn't call that a white thing. I would guess other...
Yeah, lots of people hit each other. Yeah, we don't have a...
No, but I would guess other races would be more likely to have that be a thing.
Sure.
Than a...
Yeah, but the pants down.
Yeah, that's...
Fuck.
That's old school.
That's crazy.
That's real bad.
That's fucked.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And she sort of told me the story in like a, hey, just like...
Is this a normal thing?
Yeah. And, no.
She was telling you the story being like, am I being gaslit?
I assumed that this is crazy, but I just want to hear your... I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Yeah, that's not a normal thing.
Yeah, I've got another story that maybe is a non-podcast story, and I think we're good. I think I'm good.
We're good.
That's good.
Any final words, Foz?
Oh, look, I'm just happy to have been here. Yeah. I'm sorry Milad couldn't have been here for the fans at home. But yeah, maybe if we can add an extra chair, I'll be back
I think it
one
went
day.
seamlessly. I don't think we need him back. I'm moving on.
I'm going to make that a reel and just send it to Milad. Not even in the group chat, just to Milad.
I'll call him right now. This isn't a secret.
I
My
think
disdain for that
you're
man.
not coming back.
I think he needs to do the live react. Like, just get him in here by himself, and you just play it out. And you get like kind of all the Shia LaBeouf moments. You know, you can go do like the kind of hand over the face, like, oh my god.
Probably our first podcast without a question about would you rather or have a 10-inch penis.
Yeah, that's
usually Milad's
contribution.
specialty.
Okay.
It's kind of the big question of this podcast is just how small is it? I really don't know.
We only throw those questions in there because we know Milad's going to pick the penis. So how bad can we make the other option?
It's just invariably.
Would you rather die tomorrow or have a 10-inch?
Of course I'd blow him up.
The one last time was like, what amount of money could we offer you to kill a homeless person? It's like, nothing. It's like, all right, what if we added an inch to your dick? It's like, oh yeah, no, I'll kill him. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll kill all of them.
I'll do it.
Whatever.
I'll do it now.
Whatever it takes.
Oh man.
Passionate man.
Oh no. Well, on that note,
It's been real.
Nice.
to the Milad fans.